When a gunman shot into a crowd in Las Vegas this week, regular bystanders quickly became first responders. Marnie's here now with a program being offered locally, training people to stop the bleed.
Brian, a person can die from blood loss in just 5 minutes, and doctors say knowing how to stop that bleed is just as important as knowing CPR.
When you lose a lot of blood, you go into shock, right? Your blood pressure gets low, you don't have enough blood flow to your brain, and ultimately can be life-threatening.
Dr. Eileen Bolger is the chief of trauma at Harborview Medical Center and one of the instructors of the hospital's Stop the Bleed program. She says every one of us needs to learn bleeding control.
And a tourniquet that's not tight enough actually can make bleeding worse because it increases the venous bleeding but doesn't stop the arterial bleeding. So it's really important to get a chance to practice these skills with a little bit of training before you have to use them.
And that is why Harborview is offering Stop the Bleed training, showing you how to use a tourniquet, teaching people how to recognize life-threatening bleeding, identifying where the bleed is coming from, and also different strategies so you can intervene, and that includes packing a wound.
We just teach people very simply, how to take the bandage and really stuff it into the wound and get it packed in there snugly, because most of the bleeding comes from the bottom of the wound, and if you don't pack it and you just try to hold pressure on top without packing it, it won't be very effective.
Stop the Bleed classes are taught by Harborview trauma surgeons, and so far they have trained more than 1,000 people here locally. Courses through the end are full already this year, but they are enrolling for new classes starting in January, and we will be putting a link on our website if you would like to sign up and learn more.
All right, Marnie.